In this video, I'm going to share 10 ways to create more meaningful funeral services. Because whether you're just starting or you're a seasoned funeral professional like myself, 13 years in the profession, these strategies will help you. They're going to help you provide families with deeper, more personal experiences that truly honors their loved one. The first step is to really listen. Instead of immediately running through this standard list of questions and templatize, take a few moments, have an open conversation with them. Ask the family about their loved one, their favorite activity or hobby, or cherished moments that you have with them. Speak of them in present tense because they're very much alive. They're just in another room. These stories and doing these things will help guide you, making the service feel unique and personal. And I'm Nathan. I've spent 13 years in the funeral profession. I'm a musician. My songs are inspired by my works, and you can hit the subscribe button, click the bell to be notified when I release content like this, things that I have certainty and know work. Number 2, personalize the music. This is super important to me because as a musician, music is a powerful way to set a tone, to reflect the personality of this loved one that we are honoring. Instead of generic background tracks like Go Rest, consider songs that mean something to them or the family that gathers. Maybe your loved one has a favorite artist or a special piece that brings back fond memories. Music can transform a standard service into something truly memorable and truly meaningful. Pay attention to the music. Number 3, highlight personal belongings. This is overlooked, but displaying meaningful items such as a favorite hat or a piece of artwork or even a collection of sorts can bring a very deeply touching and personal element to the service. It's very simple. It's a simple way to honor who they were, who they are, and create a point of connection for attendees, a conversational piece, because those people are super nervous as it is standing in line waiting to be received. And you're not just serving the immediate family. Keep that in mind. 4, incorporate a memory table or a wall. And this goes with number 3, but setting up a table or a wall with photographs or letters or mementos, it encourages guests to interact and share stories. And your funeral home becomes their home, the family in which you're serving. And these elements, the visual ones, they spark fond memories and allow people who are in attendance to feel more connected to the person that they're honoring, more comfortable, more conversational, more personal. It really matters, and people pay attention to this. And if this is all tracking, write in the comments below, tracking, so I know it is. And also be sure to subscribe and click the bell to be notified because this platform says, oh, they like this. Number 5, encourage guest participation. You're not just serving the immediate family, but give family members and friends who are visiting a chance to speak, sing, or read a passage, perhaps. By allowing others to contribute, you're actually creating a service that's more inclusive and meaningful for everyone involved. However, also, you're going to have to be able to read the room, funeral professionals, because you don't want Aunt Sally 6 times removed to get up there and be talking about all of her drunken escapades with the deceased loved one. You know what I'm talking about. If this tracks, there is Director OS for you to build, to rebuild your passion or exceptional service in the funeral profession. It takes pioneers to make changes. And pioneers, my friends, get rocks thrown at them. If you are confident enough to take that leap, to invest in yourself, to invest in your future of this profession we both love, then invest in Director OS. Number 6 on the list, use technology to bring distant loved ones closer. During the pandemic, we all had to become tech wizards, it seems. But now, streaming services online is pretty common. Displaying a slideshow is very common, of course, or even playing video messages from family members who can't physically attend. That adds a very personal touch. You arranging that, you become the superhero. It's a way to include everyone. And that doesn't matter where they are at that point. They all feel connected, and it's all because you've orchestrated it. Keep that in mind. Number 7 on the list, create a memory book or digital tribute. I'll tell you, people still love the physical, tangible thing, the book. So consider offering a book or digital space where guests can write messages or upload photos that provide the family with something to look back on. I understand you probably already do this, but maybe, just maybe, this will add this element of understanding to your maybe frustrated or annoyed. People like to know who came to the service. Remember that. They're not going to put it on their coffee table and say, hey, look who came to mom's funeral. However, it's there should they ever wish to reflect upon it. Of course, to write thank you notes, but it is very symbolic and special because especially at a time of loss and sadness and grief, community matters more than anything. And they may not remember all of the people physically who were there, but by seeing those handwritten signatures, it will offer a sense of peace and realization that their loved one matters to others as well. And it becomes this lasting tribute that they can cherish, trust me. Number 8, incorporate symbolic elements. We've talked about all of the physical photos and other keepsakes that represent the loved one, but consider symbolic gestures like lighting a candle or releasing doves or planting a tree in their honor. Releasing a dove, I know we've all seen the YouTube video where they release and then they fly off and they get hit by a car. So maybe not the dove, but the acts themselves, they give the family this tangible way to express grief. And they also create a moment of beauty and reflection, really. It's very special. So think of something that's kind of outside of the box. Keep in mind, too, the people in which you're serving. Number 9, tailor the decor to reflect their life. Quick story. Small town funeral home that I purchased. I went in guns blazing with a suit and tie on, and these are all hardworking country folk. And they walk in, the first family I served, they're like, what are you doing in your suit? And I'm taking that tie off really quickly. It's very important to read the room. Think beyond the flowers even. If they love fishing, consider including fishing gear in some sort of arrangement. If they are an artist, feature their paintings or their brushes as their tools. This level of personalization, it makes everything better. The environment feel much more meaningful and thoughtful. Number 10, follow up with families. Reach out to the family. See how they're doing. Offer additional support. You have not a clue how this simple act shows you care. Write them a handwritten note. The art of a handwritten note is dying. My late grandfather said it best. Don't let it die. You haven't a clue. Going to the mailbox and pulling out a note from your funeral director with your handwriting saying, I am thinking about you, that helps build trust and a lasting relationship within the community. They're going to tell everybody that you wrote a handwritten note thinking of them when you have 15 other families to serve. I get it, you know. And if this tracks, there is a link in the description. This very moment, invest in yourself, invest in your future, invest in this profession that we all love. Director OS was created after 13 years of hard knocks, of realizing what works and what propels a funeral home. Think outside of the box, outside of templatized. If you want to be exceptional and a pioneer in the profession, invest in yourself. Director OS is in the description. Click the link right now. Because these are just a few of the strategies that I cover in the course, where I help funeral professionals like you stand out, creating more meaningful, more personalized services. Thank you so much for watching. I would love to hear your thoughts. Write in the comments below if this tracks, or let me know also what other ways I could assist you in helping make your services unique. Director OS does just that, but I want to start a conversation in the comments. We'll start there. Be sure to subscribe, click the bell to be notified when I release content like this. I'm grateful for the works that you do. Go out there and serve with exceptional care.